Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to install Kali Linux on VirtualBox. So first thing you need is you need to have VirtualBox installed. And then after that, we need to go to kali.org to download the image that we're going to need to install. So you're going to go ahead and click on the download button right here. And there's two different types of images that you can download. You can do an image that's specifically designed for virtual machines, or you can do a regular installer image. I've had bad luck with these, so I'm going to go ahead and select the installer images. Then we're going to scroll down, make sure that you have 64-bit selected, and then here is the installer that we need. Simply have to click on this download button. It's 3.9 gigabytes, so it's going to take a little bit of time. I already went ahead and downloaded ahead of time, so we can go ahead and get started. So going to VirtualBox, we need to go to Machine, click on New, and here we're going to give our VM a name. So I'm going to name it Kali 2023.3, which is the version of Kali that we're installing. And then I'm not going to change the location of where I want it installed. I'm going to leave it as is. And then for the ISO image, we're going to go ahead and find it. So you can click Other, go to Downloads. And here's our ISO. So there's our, we selected the ISO. The next thing we need to do is go ahead and click on. Here we can select the amount of memory and the amount of processors that we need or we want. Just by default, it will run on 2048 megabytes and one CPU, but I like to double it up. Let's go ahead and do 4096 and 2 CPU. Go ahead and click next. So now it's going to create a virtual hard disk. I'm going to just leave it with the default 25 gigs. I think that's plenty of space for a Kali Linux. And we're going to go ahead and click on next. So this is the summary of everything. Go ahead and click finish and it will be added right here. Next, we have to do a few more things. So we can go and click on settings. Under advanced, I like to change the share clipboard to bidirectional. Same with the drag and drop. That way you can move stuff from your host PC into this VirtualBox. Next thing you gotta click on system. We already did this at the beginning. So we have 4096 megabytes for the memory, and we have 2 CPU. For storage, we already selected the ISO, so we don't have to do anything there. For network, I'm just gonna leave it as NAT. So go ahead and click OK. And now we're gonna get to start our VM. Click on start. And this will power up the VM. We can go ahead and close this message. And then go ahead and click enter for a graphical install. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and select our language. I'm gonna select English and click continue. I'm gonna select the United States for our location and click continue. And I'm gonna leave it as is for American English and click. All right, so now we get to name our host machine. So we're gonna leave it as Kali. Click continue. We're gonna leave this domain name as blank since we don't need to do this. So click continue. Now we're gonna have a new user. So I'm just gonna name it for the sake of the video and the YouTube channel. I'm gonna name it PC Wizard. Which reminds me, please subscribe and like the video if you like the video. Now we're going to click on continue, and then we're going to click on continue again. And now we're going to enter a secure password. And click continue. And now select your time zone. We're going to go ahead and select whatever, Pacific, no matter. And so where you are, and hit continue. So we're going to go ahead and do the guided, and we're going to use the entire disk. And the disk is that 25 gigabytes that it recommended to use. That's the entire disk. We're going to go ahead and continue. Here's our disk. It's actually 26.8 Windows 5, but we're going to go ahead and ignore that and click on continue. And then we select all files in one partition. That's where we want everything to go in one partition. Click continue. And here we're basically just finishing. So finish partitioning and write changes to this. Yes. So continue. And then we're going to select yes to save the change, write the changes. Click continue. And now it might take a little bit. So we wait. And after some time, we arrive at this menu. So here's where we have our software selection. I'm just going to leave it with the default selected items and click continue. After some time, you're going to get to the install the grub bootloader menu. We're going to go ahead and select yes and click continue. And then we're going to select the hard disk on where to install it. So go ahead and click continue. All right, it's finishing the installation. We're almost there. All right, time to finish the installation. So go ahead and just click continue when you get to this. And then Kali's going to reboot, and then it's going to take you into the login screen, basically. But we have to hit enter here, select Kali. All right, so here's the login screen. We're going to go ahead and select our very awesome username. We're going to enter that, PC Wizard. And then our very secure password. Hit enter. And there you have it. We have Kali Linux installed. And now what I like to do is usually I do the update command and then the upgrade command. Make sure everything's updated and upgraded. And then start using Kali Linux. Thanks for watching.